Okay, it is show time. It is show time. Is it working? Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing? Thank you all so much for being here today. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. I always ask, right? I always want to make sure that you guys can see me and that this is working and that I'm going through to you all. There's always a little delay. I know I say it in every single live stream. You guys are probably so tired. We get it. But every single live stream, there is a little delay. So there's always, room for something to go wrong, as always. How's everyone doing? Welcome to our Monday's live stream. And the reason I say our Monday's live stream is because we are going to be doing live streams every day with the exception of Saturday. I do need at least one day off so that I can hang out with my cats. And I made that a Saturday. Yes. And so, yeah, I have started working on a schedule so that we can do live streams every day and so that we can also keep watching our videos. And so you will continue to see our videos, especially the ones with the high edits, the funny eyeballs, the spinning ones, right? The one where Chris Watts and Nicole Kessinger are taken away by tornadoes and, all kinds of fun adventures. You'll continue to keep seeing those videos as well. So, yeah, we are finally narrowing it down, guys. It's been almost a year. Can you imagine? Oh my God. It has been what, 9 months, 10 months since we started this YouTube channel, and it has been a blast. We are almost at 9,000 subscribers and we are growing. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for all of the support and the love. It could not have been this successful without you guys and without your love and support. So I appreciate each and every single one of you. And yeah, thank you so much to my subscribers, my moderators, and my members for being here. So, as you saw, we are going to be starting. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, we're going to be starting a new series here. A lot of you, so many, right? So many of you have been requesting this for months now. It's been months since you guys have been requesting this. And I did think about doing it as a video form, right? Just like our regular videos and with all the edits and stuff. But I thought it would be funny, right? Or just more fun to watch it together with you all. And we can then roast, ask questions, bring all of our knowledge, anything that we know about this polygraph that, of course, spoiler alert, he does not pass the polygraph, right? No surprise there. Of course, he did not pass. How could he? He's such a terrible liar. He was lying during the sermon on the porch. He was terrible at it. And then the buffoon decides that, yeah, I'm just going to go and take this polygraph and I'm going to pass it. Yeah, it's going to be chill. It's going to be so easy because I'm such a good liar. Except we are going to see the failure of a lifetime. And it is a great watch. Honestly, it's almost 7 hours long. I've never watched the entire thing, only bits and pieces. So yeah, we are going to be watching it together. And thank you to everybody who recommended watching this. Yes, thank you all. All right. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. And actually, before we do that, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and check out Crime Vault YouTube channel. This is where we are sourcing a lot of these body cam footage videos. And it's because I really do love the way that they edited the bottom here. They added all of the different times. And so we have everything that Chris Watts did from the moment that he showed up until his arrest. And so I love to see that timeline at the bottom. So yeah, anyway, now let's go ahead and get into it.
One of the things we were talking about is, as we mentioned yesterday, knocking out the polygraph.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that today?
Okay.
Why don't we do that now?
Okay.
We'll get that out of the way when you're done. This is Tammy. Did you meet Tammy yesterday?
No,
okay.
you're the only one.
This is Tammy.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
All right. So then when we're done, we'll figure out our game plan that I was talking about today.
Okay.
Does your dad have availability to use the car if you're going to be here for like an hour or more?
Can you drive?
Oh, he can drive. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and I'll go explain to him everything that's going on.
Okay, he will know where to go, but.
Aw. Chris already thinks he's gonna leave. He thinks he's gonna get out this day. I love the very beginning of this video because he's like, yeah, how long am I gonna be here? Is it gonna be like 2 hours, maybe 3? I don't know. I'm kind of hungry and I do have a date at 8 p.m. How long will it be, do you think? And as we know, he never leaves. This is it for him. He never went to his little dinner date or his little Aspen trip or whatever he was gonna go on with Nicole Kessinger. That was it for him. And we are just about to hear how his friends are waiting for him, and he wants to know how long he's gonna be there.
Oh, okay. Well,
The house, he knows how to get to the house, but if
Okay.
it's not ready, you can't go in there. But.
Okay.
Does he know how to use GPS on his phone? Or
Yeah, but he wouldn't know, like, where else to go besides my house.
Oh, that's true.
That's just, I mean, yeah, I can tell him if he can get to go to my friend's house if
Okay.
I'm not sure, like, if I'm be here for an hour or like 4 hours.
Perhaps you want me to just go talk to him and let him know when the house is going to be ready and all that, and when he can go? Because he can go grab a bite to eat or something, right?
Oh yeah, like if everything should be open by now around here. So
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure.
Well,
he's been flying since like 5 o'clock East Coast time, so.
Okay, why don't we knock this out?
Okay.
I think it's the best thing to do to move past all of this. And then I'll go talk to your dad. He'll have the keys. Everything will be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have his number, so you can call him when you're done.
There's like no signal on this place, so.
That's
yeah.
bad, isn't it? That's why I couldn't talk to you earlier.
Like, yeah, it was.
Between him and me, we'll figure out how to communicate best and get him where he needs to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been getting text messages from like.
I love all the awkward laughs. And then Graham Coder is telling him, between me and your family, we'll figure out how to do this. Don't worry about it. You have nothing to worry about from now until the rest of your life. And all of the little awkward laughs, right? The corporate laughs. Yeah, have them wait for you. It's fine. Yeah, we'll let them know when you're done. Except he's never done. Spoiler alert. Never ever done. I love the part where he calls Celeste Cece and says, if that affects it, as though if he fails it, because he calls her Cece. Oh, yes. Thanks, Wilderness Explorer. Yes. Yeah, I love that part. Yeah, you'll see all kinds of things that he's gonna start saying. Oh, am I messing up? I don't know. Sometimes I say Cece, but her full name is Celeste. Is that gonna affect the polygraph examination? He comes up with all kinds of ridiculous excuses for why he might fail it. Oh, it's too bright out today. Yeah, I usually pass them when it's in the afternoon. But as we know, this is the morning time. And so he is about to figure it out that he's going to be there forever. Let's continue.
Like a lot of news places.
Okay.
I don't know really like.
I think that's part of maybe what we game plan today.
I mean, not just here, like today's show. Or I don't like know what to do with that.
Well, I think that you certainly can do whatever you need to or want to do. But I think that after we knock this out, we get back to the team and we make a plan.
Okay, so I've been getting different like advice, like as far as like her mom said, like if it's a kidnapping, then she said not to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But like I'm like torn of what to do.
Well,
Her mom told you not to talk?
Yeah, her mom's saying, because she was advised by someone, like police or a detective there, that like if he talks to the media, it might.
Oh, to the media. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking about to the police.
Oh no,
I was like...
no, like just the media in general. Like,
Yeah.
'cause it's gone. Today's show, Good Morning America, is trying to get a hold of me, my parents, friends. So I just.
Sometimes we release details that maybe the public
They want
doesn't
details
know.
from me.
I know. So
And
that's
why
why.
I'm like, I don't want to impede with what's going on here, and put things out because I've watched enough shows that say like, all right, don't put things out there before the police.
Because then you don't know if somebody really knows or if they just saw it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. I think while you're doing this, it's going to be completely okay to ignore your phone and the media and everyone, right?
Okay.
So let's get this out of the way. I think it'll really clear your mind.
He is so nervous already. He's talking about the media. He's talking about, oh, what if this is a kidnapping? Again, he's trying to put the idea out there. Oh, if it's a kidnapping. And he's also asking about the media a lot. As we know, he failed miserably the day prior, right? This is the 15th. So the day prior, he had that very cringy front porch interview, and he knows that he screwed up. And so now he's here. He's asking all kinds of questions. Oh, should I ask? Should I talk to the media? People are telling me that I shouldn't. Of course. As we know, he asked Nicole Kessinger if he should talk to the media, and she told him no. And then she changed her mind and said, actually, yes, and ask for your family back. Of course. Of course she said that. And we know that it was Nicole Kessinger who was giving him that suggestion because she said so herself in a statement to police. Let's continue.
A little bit, right?
All right.
So why don't we put a halt on the phone, on texting people, on Good Morning America, all those stuff.
I haven't responded to any of them.
Let's
Only
focus
my
on
friends.
this. Yeah. Let's focus on this. Let's knock it out, and then let's talk.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right.
And
You guys
Grandma,
good?
you'll come in. I'll go get you when we're.
I love how they're talking to him. Yeah, just focus on this. Just knock it out. Let's just knock it out. Let's get it out of the way. Let's get you cleared, and then you can go on your little dinner date or whatever you want to go do. Yeah, they're talking to him as if he's just gonna, go in and just donate some blood very quickly. Oh, it's gonna take about 15 minutes. It really all depends. And then you're gonna get a cookie and an orange juice or whatever drink you want. Yeah, it's your preference. Do you prefer apple juice? Yeah. We'll get it knocked out real quick, and then you get a free shirt. Yeah, except this is a polygraph examination. He doesn't know it, but he didn't know at the time that a polygraph is not even admissible in court. And he took it anyway, and he did so without a lawyer. And, it's good for us, good for society, good for Weld County that he was stupid enough to show up and do it without really thinking about the consequences of his actions. Of course, it's not that he even thinks about any consequences, because if he did, he wouldn't have killed his family in the first place. Let's continue.
We're done.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thanks. So go ahead and have a seat right here, Chris.
Sit on this?
Yep, I know. I'll explain what that is here in a little bit, but you don't have to worry. It's not on or anything right now. It's not gonna buzz you or anything.
I've never done this before.
I know. A lot of people haven't had polygraphs before. It's not like a normal thing that people go through. A lot of people, like obviously in law enforcement and places like that, they have to go through polygraphs for their job. But other than that, most people never take a polygraph in their entire life. So.
Yeah, so I have no idea what to expect, honestly.
Yeah. So how are you feeling today?
I'm sick to my stomach, honestly. The first day I thought, okay, she was just somewhere.
Sure.
And after yesterday, all the activity at my house, I didn't know, it went to the other extreme. I've just been sick to my stomach. That's either somebody.
After the first day, I thought she was somewhere. But after yesterday, I don't know. I'm kind of scared now. Sick to my stomach, honestly. Yeah, he's sick to his stomach because he's about to get caught. And again, he's talking about his family being missing the first day as if, oh, I just thought she was somewhere. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Of course she's somewhere. Where is she is the question. That is what everyone is trying to figure out. This is the mystery, Christopher, is where are they? Obviously, they have to be somewhere. They didn't just poof, disappear. But he's such an idiot. This is the way that he talks. And we already know he's already screwing up. He's sick to his stomach. He's sick to his stomach, right? He's telling Tammy Lee, I'm sick to my stomach, because he's preparing himself. He's letting her know, I have all of these issues with me. I didn't sleep well. I didn't eat well. And this is why I might fail this polygraph. Very, very much like Nicole Kessinger, in my opinion. She does the same thing where she preps the interviewer or the detective by telling them how they're actually feeling. I'm feeling very, very tired today, as an excuse for future slip-ups, future lies, and future inconsistencies. We're about to see it right here with Chris Watts. It's going to be great. Let's continue.
He has her or she's in trouble, and the kids are not safe either.
Right. Well, and I think that's totally awesome that you're here today. I mean, I commend you. We do this in all of our missing person cases, so don't think that we're just singling you out like, oh my gosh, they want me to take a polygraph. Anytime, you know, someone was the last person to see people, or, you know, it's a missing person case, we start from the inside and we work out. I mean, that's pretty much what we do. So I've done polygraphs on the Jessica Ridgway case. I don't know if you were here for that.
The name sounds familiar.
The girl that went missing in Westminster, and
okay.
that, yeah. And then just the one that we had in Thornton last year or the year before. So we do this all the time. So please don't think that you're being singled out. Like, this is one way that if you didn't have anything to do with it, that we can let the investigators know, the people that really do need to know, that are looking for your wife and your little girls, to let them know, like, you know what, don't focus on Chris, focus over here, because obviously we've already cleared him, he's good to go. Now focus on the real person that did something to this, you know,
okay.
to Shanann and little girls. So, okay. So I am, my name is Tammy. If you can call me Tammy, I'm an agent with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. So it's a CBI. It's kind of like the FBI, but for Colorado.
Wow. You can almost see his little brain spinning, right? Warming up the room. His one brain cell is causing friction in his skull. You can see it. He's turning red. He has realized, holy crap, I'm not going to get cleared. Of course not. Tammy Lee is a CBI agent, and they're about to hook him up to something that is going to detect whether he's lying or not. And look at his face. Look at his face. Am I going to be okay? He's asking for help, but no one is there to rescue him. Let's continue.
Colorado. So what our role is, just so you know, is anytime a law enforcement agency or a district attorney's office or the governor needs assistance with a case, they can call the CBI to come out and assist them. Okay. So obviously in this, you know, type of case, they're calling in all the resources that they can, which includes me, who works out of the Denver office, and I also do polygraphs. So they asked me if I would be willing to come here and chat with you and hopefully get you cleared up and on your way, because it sounds like that's what you're here for, and yeah, that's awesome, because that's mostly what people want to do is like, dude, you're looking at the wrong person, like, I just want to show you I had nothing to do with this, and then you guys can get on your way and, you know, do your investigation somewhere else. So, because that helps us, because then we don't have to keep focusing on Chris. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Okay. This polygraph today.
I love that she's buttering him up this whole time. I mean, they're going to talk for hours. The actual polygraph doesn't take place until, you know, right here at 3:34. So they go and talk for hours and hours. And yeah, she's really just buttering him up, making him feel confident. Oh, thank you for being here, Christopher. Good job. You're such a good husband, such a great dad, making him feel like he's safe there and like he's doing a good job. Of course, right? We know that Chris Watts is so stupid. That is what he wants. He wants praise. That's what he loved about Nicole Kessinger. Oh, Chris, I love your biceps. So nice. Eat more chicken, Christopher. That is what Chris loves. He loves people telling him that he's a great person. Oh, he's such a sweet guy. Oh, he's just Chris. And so, of course, the idiot, he buys it. Of course, thank God that he buys it, and he continues with the polygraph. Let's continue.
It's going to be recorded. Okay. Obviously, it would be dumb if I didn't, because what if at the end I said, you said whatever, and you really didn't say it? Obviously, they could go back and look at the recording. There's a camera right there. And there's also a backup digital recording that I'm doing. Okay. It fails me the second I try and trust it always fails me. So you said that your cell phone, is it off right now?
Yeah.
That would be great, because we can't have anything like buzzing, vibrating, ringing, that kind of stuff. So this will take at least a couple hours to do the polygraph, just because it's a real structured type of interview process. I have to go through a bunch of things with you. You're going to get the same polygraph that I gave someone last week. So it's very structured, and we go, you know, in order and that kind of stuff, and you're going to know the wording to all of the questions I'm going to ask you on the test before we even take the polygraph. So don't, a lot of people come in here and they think, oh, they're just going to, you know, attach all these components to me and then just start asking me random questions that I've never heard before, and of course I'm going to react to that. That's not at all how polygraph works. And yeah, you're actually going to probably know more about polygraphs than anyone before you leave here today, just because I explain everything.
What do we think? Do we think that Nicole Kessinger told Chris Watts about polygraphs? Did she tell him anything about it? Maybe in one of the calls from before? Who knows? Who knows? Let's look. Let's look at Nicole Kessinger's phone calls real quick. Could he have asked Nicole Kessinger about a possible polygraph in any one of these phone calls here on the 13th? 50 minutes, 52 minutes, or who knows, possibly maybe one of the other phone calls, right? Maybe one of these. Maybe in one of these. Because this was the last time that Chris and Nicole Kessinger spoke on the phone that we have records of from Nicole Kessinger's phone logs. It was August 14th, and it was at 2 a.m. at the same time that they were playing phone tag with the police. So it was the last time, and who knows? Was that the time that Nicole Kessinger and Chris were talking about how to pass a polygraph? Christopher, just read, Chris, read about it. Make sure you hydrate, get lots of sleep, make sure you pass. Is that when that happened in one of these phone calls? Because again, it's a possibility that Nicole Kessinger knew that Chris was probably going to be brought in and given a polygraph test. And Nicole Kessinger is the only one that really knows anything about this stuff. She brought in her dad. She got away with a bunch of stuff, allegedly, and that's because she is the smart one. We believe that Nicole Kessinger was the mastermind here. And so anything regarding this investigation, including this polygraph, right? If we are going to think that it was Nicole Kessinger that planned everything and is guiding him and is telling him what to do, whether to talk to the media or not, then we can also, right? We can also speculate that maybe she also gave him the idea to look up polygraph examinations. But who knows? Did he? Did he even look it up? What do we think? Do we think he looked up any polygraph examination? Did he look up how to pass it? How do I lie? Should I look up? Should I look down? Should I hold my breath? Is there anything that he probably looked up that he's hoping that he can pull out of his back pocket so that he can pass? Is this okay? Is this going to make me pass? What about this? No, nothing is going to make you pass because obviously, terrible liar. Do your homework, Chris. Yeah, both Chris Watts and NK say during their interviews, do your homework. Yes, Britt, exactly. Do your homework. What does homework mean in this case? Right? We believe it's the plan. The plan. We think it's the plan. Yes, I think so. I think that she asked him, or, at least suggested that he should probably read up on polygraphs. Who knows? I wonder if she has ever taken a polygraph. I think so too. Yeah. Eat chicken and carrots. Yes, exactly. Get your chicken, get your carrots, Chris. Make sure that you eat well that morning. Get a balanced breakfast. Please pass. And of course, he doesn't pass. He doesn't pass. How could he? He made a fool of himself during the front porch interview. Yes, read, Chris. I can see how he can play the nice guy role, unfortunately. Oh, yes. Let's continue.
To you and how everything works, okay? Obviously, you're probably nervous about taking today's test. Honestly, I would think something is wrong with you if you weren't nervous about coming in here to take a polygraph. Yeah. Even if people are like, I don't have anything to hide, it is nerve-wracking. And I have taken tons of polygraphs, obviously, in my training. I went to 10 weeks for training. I've been a polygrapher for about 5 years. I went to the best school in the country. So I want you to have confidence in the fact that you had nothing to do with this disappearance. Like, we're going to find that out today, okay? I have the best training that they offer in the United States. We use the most validated testing That's the way I'm gonna ask you the question, so believe me, if you had nothing to do with this, I will be able to show them that today, okay?
Okay.
So that should give you some confidence that, this is how, like, you're gonna be cleared today if you had nothing to do with it, okay?
What an absolute idiot. Look at him. Okay. Yeah. Okay. She's telling him, I am the best polygraph examiner in the entire world, in all of the world, Chris. Have you ever heard of the Andromeda Galaxy? Even there, yeah. I'm even the best one there in the whole galaxy. All the galaxies, the entire universe, in fact. And Chris is like, yeah, okay. Yeah. What an idiot. He actually thought he was going to pass. That's all he's doing is nodding. Yeah, okay. Except he can't go anywhere anymore. He's stuck there. Where is he going to go? He's such an idiot. He's just going to sit there. He can. This is the thing is he can get up and leave at any moment. He doesn't even have to be here. He doesn't have to stay. He doesn't have to talk to police. He can just say, "You know what? I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm going to call my lawyer." And he can just up and leave, but he's sitting there. He's like, I'm going to pass. I'm sure I am because I read about it. I read. Except he failed it, as we know. As we know. No surprise there. Yes. Yes, his tiny little brain, right? All of that friction is causing a black hole in his skull. Wow. Let's continue.
Okay. There's actually only, nervousness or anxiety cannot cause you to fail a polygraph. A lot of people think that too, that if they're really nervous that it could cause them to fail. If that were the case, no one would be allowed to take polygraphs because every single person is nervous or anxious about taking a polygraph, okay?
I thought that's how it worked.
On nervousness?
Yeah.
No. There's actually only two ways you can fail a polygraph, okay? The first way would be if you fail to follow my instructions. I'm going to give you a lot of instructions today about how to sit still, how to answer questions, things like that. So if you fail to follow those instructions, you will not pass today's test, okay? The second way would be if you choose to lie to me today. Lie to me today, okay? Obviously, this is about 100% truth. Even if there's, something that you didn't tell the investigators, since Monday, I guess, is when you...
Look at his face now. He's like, He doesn't have a microphone on, but if he did, you could hear his gulp. Okay. Yeah, the only way that he can fail this is if he lies or if he fails to follow instructions. But as we know, he followed instructions. He's very good at following instructions. He followed instructions from Nicole Kessinger. So he's really good at that. So it's not that he didn't pass because he didn't follow instructions. He didn't pass because he's an idiot and because he's lying, obviously. He's lying and he's sitting here. Am I going to pass? He's probably crossing his toes, crossing his fingers, doing everything in his possibility, right? Whatever his brain provides for him at this moment, doing everything in his power to pass. But he fails miserably. Miserably. Let's continue.
And the police were involved. If there's something that you didn't tell them since Monday, that is totally fine. I get it. People aren't going to remember every single detail every time they talk to someone. As long as you tell me what the truth is today, you will have no problem with passing, okay? I promise you that. And obviously, I hope that, if you did have something to do with their disappearance, it would be really stupid for you to come in and take a polygraph today.
Exactly.
Right? It would be really dumb. You should not be here right now sitting in this chair if you had anything to do with Shanann and the little girl's disappearance. Okay? Okay. And it's Celeste and Bella, is that right?
That's all he's saying. Tammy Lee's like, yeah, you're really, really stupid if you actually had something to do with the disappearance of your family and you're sitting here. And he's like, yeah, I am stupid. That's why I am sitting here. He knows he's stupid. And all he can do is shake his head. Yes. Yeah, I know. I already know everything you're telling me. I know that for a fact. That's why I'm here. But I don't know. A part of me wonders if Chris just wanted this to be over with. He's so bad, right? He's so terrible at lying that I think he just needed to get it off his chest. It didn't really take much to push Chris to confess to something. This was fast. It was one of the fastest confessions that I've ever seen. I mean, it really is. If you look at other confessions, other police interrogation videos, it takes a while, right? It takes a while. And yeah, even though this is what, like, hours long, he still confesses 3 days. What is it? On the third day? Not even the third day. Yeah, it's like what, 2 days? 2 days after he murdered his family. He's like, yeah, I did it. It was fast. So I wonder, part of me wonders if he just wanted to get it over with. But he also wanted to hang out with Nicole Kessinger. Oh, I'm never gonna see my girlfriend again. But I do think that he was just so over it because he's like, I can't deal with this much longer. Which makes you think, how was he expecting to move on with his life and build a new life with Nicole Kessinger when he couldn't even hold it together for 2 days? How was he gonna just move on? Oh, yeah, I had a family, didn't I? I mean, come on. What do we think? Do we think he was actually going to move on with his life just perfectly? Of course not. Of course not. Especially with a relationship like Chris and Nicole's. It started with lies, with deception, with infidelity, with all kinds of nonsense, right? Toxicity. It was not going to last. It was not going to last. 4 souls lost their lives over just BS, nonsense. Let's continue.
Right?
Yeah, I'll call her CC too.
CC, okay.
If that comes up.
Okay, perfect. So, and I know very small amounts about the case.
Okay.
Just because I want to know less about the case, because I want you to be able to tell me about the case. I don't want to have some preconceived notions about the case, and that's why I don't want you to assume that I already know details because you told Detective so-and-so, that kind of stuff. I want you to be able to tell me like you were telling someone for the very first time about what happened when we get into actually talking about what happened, okay? Obviously, Chris, you're not under arrest. I have no plans on arresting you. At any point today, if you decide you want to leave, the door is right there. It locks us in here.
Oh, no, okay, yeah, I saw that last night.
So there's a key in there now, so you can, if you just turn the key, it lets you out, okay? And at any point today, even after all these components are attached to you, if you decide at that point, you know what, I don't want to take this polygraph, I don't want to be here, this is BS, whatever, that is completely fine. Just please allow me to unattach my components before you drag my $6,000 instrument on the floor and run out of here. And it's kind of a little maze back here, so I will show you the way out.
I love the humor, right? I love her sense of humor. Yeah, if you're gonna run out of here, Chris, let me know. Give me a heads up so that I can unattach everything from your body. Right? We have to take everything off. Don't drag my really expensive equipment down the entire hallway. I love that she told him that he's free to leave at any moment. You can leave. There's a door there, but the door has a key. And you have to turn the key first before you can turn the knob and open the door. So there is, there are very clearly steps to getting out of the room. So he can't just leave. He can't just look out and see that there are people walking by, that there's a hallway. No, the door is fully closed with a key on it. Is it psychological? Yes, definitely psychological. He looked over and then he looked up at the camera. It's because he knows he's being filmed. He looks and then he realizes, oh, I'm going to have to take everything off and then turn the key and have to open the door. That's a lot of work. I don't think I can do that. So what does he do? He just sits there. He's like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and just wing it. Just like he did with his entire life up until this point. He just winged everything that Chris Watts did. Penny for his thoughts. Yes. Yeah, 3 hours before his interview, Anadarko have informed them about the emails or text messages, yes, between Chris and Nicole. Exactly. This is around the same time that the police are finding out about Nicole and Chris Watts's email exchanges, right? The email exchange that happened very, very early on, very, very early on in their relationship. Let's just go ahead and look at the calendar real quick. These these emails that are occurring, right, that are coming in at the same time that Chris is taking his polygraph are from the 12th of June, very, very early on in the relationship. And it is around the same time that Nicole Kessinger decides, oh, maybe I should call the police. I should probably tell them that I know a lot of things about Chris. Except I feel that maybe it was her daddy who gave her the idea. Daddy also gave her the suggestion to go in with him, like, "Oh, take me. And if you don't take me, you need to take a lawyer." And she decided, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna wing it too, but I'm gonna bring you with me." So this is all happening at around the same time. Very, very crazy to see. Let's continue.
At any point, if you decide, you know what, I don't want to take this polygraph, I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this, that is completely fine. The door does have to be shut for privacy just because noise does affect the polygraph. And I will read you your rights today, and that's just because the polygraph components are pretty restrictive. You know, they go around your chest and stuff, and you may feel at some point that you're not free to leave, but like I said before, at any point I will unattach all the components and show you the way out if you decide, even in the middle of the polygraph if you don't want to continue to take it, okay? So, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to give you kind of a roadmap of where we're going to go today, just so you know what to expect.
All right. Okay. That's how he responds. All right. Okay. He's very nervous, very, very nervous. He's already fidgeting too. He's like, where's the restroom? He forgot he didn't put on his big boy diapers today. He forgot. He didn't even shower. He's wearing the same thing that he was wearing the day prior. And now he's realizing, oh, I should have worn an extra set of shorts. Yeah, he should have. Too late for that. He's already strapped in, ready to go. Buckle up, Chris. You're about to fail the polygraph. Let's continue.
And that kind of stuff, okay? So we're going to first start by going over a rights and consent form, and that's that Miranda rights form. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you hear it on TV shows constantly. Most kids can recite their Miranda rights. We're going to go over that, and again, it's just so that you know you're free to leave and that you're not under arrest, okay? And then we're going to do a consent form, and that's just something that's required by my bosses to say that you're actually consenting to the CBI doing a polygraph on you, okay? After that, we do a biographical and a medical form, and that's basically to make sure that you're a suitable subject to take the actual polygraph. I want to make sure that you didn't smoke, 10 bowls of weed, the night before. I wish that didn't normally happen, but a lot of people smoke drugs before they come in here because they're really nervous.
Whoa, hold up. Look at the way he's acting with the drug question. Do we think something with that, or is he just being weird? Because, right, we have been watching him up until this point. We have seen, even though he's very nervous, we can tell that he's nervous and he's like nodding. Yeah. He's looking like he's sweaty, maybe a little bit moist in the forehead. And now, though, when it comes to the drug question, right? Did you smoke anything last night? Are there any, DREUGSs in your body? He goes, I don't know. Look at his demeanor. It has changed. His demeanor has changed. Did it not? I feel like his demeanor changed. What do we think? Here, let's go ahead and see that again.
Polygraph components are pretty restrictive. They go around your chest and stuff, and you may feel at some point that you're not free to leave, but like I said before, at any point I will unattach all the components and show you the way out if you decide, even in the middle of the polygraph if you don't want to continue to take it, okay? So, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to give you kind of a roadmap of where we're going to go today, just so you know what to expect and that kind of stuff, okay? So we're going to first start by going over a rights and consent form, and that's that Miranda rights form. I'm sure you've heard of it. You know, you hear it on TV shows constantly. Most kids can recite their Miranda rights. We're going to go over that, and again, it's just so that you know you're free to leave and that you're not under arrest, okay? And then we're going to do a consent form, and that's just something that's required by my bosses to say that you're actually consenting to the CBI doing a polygraph on you, okay? After that, we do a biographical and a medical form.
Okay, so we're just watching him, right? He's chilling. He's like, nothing going on really, but then the drug question is going to pop up.
And that's basically to make sure that you're a suitable subject to take the actual polygraph. I want to make sure that you didn't smoke, 10 rolls of weed, the night before. I wish that didn't normally happen, but a lot of people smoke drugs before they come in here because they're really nervous and they're trying to calm themselves down. Some people take a lot of medication. Some people hear voices. All of those things are...
Tammy Lee told him about smoking, and without even finishing the question, he's like, I don't smoke. I don't smoke. And then he does his face thing. What's up with the face thing? He always does that thing with his mouth every time he's lying. And he's moving his head a lot now. And he's like, yeah, no, I don't smoke. I don't smoke. But I don't know. There's something weird about this question. What do we think? Chris Watts would rather go to prison than to mention NK's involvement, even though she threw him under the bus. Exactly. Aw, thanks, VW Beep. Thank you. Yes, yeah. I don't know, Mary Jane's a pretty common beginner's drug, especially around NK. Definitely not cigarettes. No, he did not smoke cigarettes at all. But what do we think? Do we think that he actually smoked something else? Do we believe that Chris, right? Do we think this guy was smoking some other type of, I don't know, maybe herb? We don't really know. We know about some type of maybe cult that Nicole Kessinger was in. And again, I mean, I have not been able to verify that myself yet, but I know that, there's a lot of theories out there that she was part of a cult and that, she called her spiritual advisor. Is there a possibility maybe that he took something from that and he's afraid? I also did see somebody in the chat say Thrive. Is it possible that Chris is afraid that his Thrive patches might set him off? I don't know. What do we think? And here, I just want to go ahead and zoom in a little more now that he's acting very visibly nervous. Just want to zoom into his face more so that we can see it more clearly. But yeah, do we think it's Thrive? What do we think? I think Ronnie smokes everything. I think he probably did. He was hoping the oxy would numb his reaction, maybe. He bit his lip when he said drugs. Yes. Yeah, he bites his lips, definitely, when he lies. It's one of his many tells. It's one of his tells. We know Chris's baseline, and he does this. And when he lies, he does this. All right, let's continue.
Things that I cannot conduct a polygraph on someone if they have those things going on. So I just need to make sure that none of that stuff is affecting you. You seem very lucid. You're talking to me. You're making sense. You're not jittery. You're not moving around, that kind of stuff. So I don't think we're going to have any issues. But I want to vet all of that out and just kind of, make sure that you had enough sleep and you're not, obviously no one's getting a lot of sleep. Probably since Monday, but just so we can talk about all of that, okay?
Sure.
And then after that, we're going to discuss the issue of why you're here. Okay, I want to know everything you know, and again, I don't want you to assume that I already know something. I want you to kind of start from the beginning and telling someone, maybe, a friend that you hadn't talked to since any of this has happened, and you're basically having to relay all of the details of exactly what happened with Shanann and the girls, okay? And then after that, we're actually going to take a bathroom break. I'm going to let you take a break. You can use the bathroom, get something to drink.
Notice he did the biting of the lips again. He did it when Tammy brought up Bella and Cece, and he goes, And this is one thing that I noticed with Chris, especially with all of these interviews that he does and the interrogations. When they talk about when they ask him about Shanann, he doesn't really react. He's like, "Yeah, my wife, or yeah, whatever, she's missing. I don't know where she is." But when they mentioned the children, you can definitely see a reaction. There's something different. He always does the mouth thing or the eye thing, but there's a reaction when the children are brought up. What do we think about that? I know lots of theories out there. Some people don't believe that Chris actually killed his own children. I personally believe he did. I think that he's very capable of killing his own children. But what do we think? I think my opinion is that the reason that he reacts is because he killed his children. I mean, he killed his children. He's a child killer. It is the absolute worst thing that you can be is a child killer, especially if you murder your own children. So I think that is setting him off a bit. It makes him uncomfortable, and obviously everyone knowing what he did to them, I think is the worst part. It's not only that he murdered his children, is how he disposed of them. It's him just knowing how he got rid of the bodies of his two babies, children. And he stuffed them into oil tanks at his work site. So I can only imagine the shame that he must be feeling, especially when his coworkers find out what he did to his family. But what do we think? What do you guys think? You guys let me know. Is it that he feels guilt? Does he feel, I don't know, does he feel like he could have stopped himself? I don't think he could have. He had an entire hour to decide not to kill his children and he still did it. He barely has a pulse. Yes. He's holding his breath this whole time. Mhm. 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 That's all he's doing. He's holding his breath. So of course he's not really thinking right now. He doesn't feel. Chris cared more about what others think than his actions. Yes. Yeah, exactly. He definitely cared more about what his coworkers thought about him. I don't want my coworkers to know that I'm a monster. Ugh, too late for that. Too late for that. And I mean, who cares what your coworkers think? You killed your family. Why didn't it matter what his family thought of him? That's what really mattered. What should have mattered to him was what his children thought of him, what his wife thought of him. He didn't care. He did not care about what they thought about him. He's dead inside, yes. He has to feel guilt. It's not human not to feel guilt over far less. No, he's just insulted that he is under suspicion of doing drugs because he's always worried that of what people think of him. I wonder if he did smoke something else. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are saying maybe he took some pills or something. Who really knows? He does seem very relaxed, right? He does seem a little relaxed for what he is about to go through. He probably blocks out what happened until they are mentioned. Yes. Yes, very true, Lotus Spider. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. Yes, he lost his all-day sucker. He looked wired in the porch interviews. I think he's scared, and Kay is scared. All right, let's continue.
Drink. That water there is for you if you need that at any point today. And then you're going to come back in here. I'm going to explain to you how and why the polygraph works. Again, you're probably going to know more about polygraph than you even care to know before you leave here. I'm going to explain how it works, and then we're going to go over the questions that are going to be on the test. And like I said before, you're going to know the words to every single question. So it's not that, and we're going to discuss that even before we even take the polygraph, like what those questions mean, and just so you are completely clear in your mind when Tammy asked me this question, this is exactly what she means, this is exactly what she's asking, and this is the answer that I have for that question. So we're going to go over those. I let you practice answering them like 2 or 3 times, and then we'll go through them repeatedly if you need me to go over them 4 or 5 times, just, before we actually take the test. I'm more than happy to do that too. I want you very comfortable with the questions and that you know what they mean and how you're going to answer them, okay? After that, we're going to go, we're actually going to do a practice test. And again, that just lets me know that you're a suitable subject to take the actual polygraph, and then after that, we actually get into the actual testing. So that's why it takes a long time, is because there is a pretty big process that goes along with it.
Okay. Work.
Yeah. So did you, you're not working today?
He is so nervous. The practice test. I wonder if he's like, can I go home and study? Can I study for a few days, maybe a few months? I need to prepare myself for this. I wonder if he's wondering how he can get out of there. Oh, a practice test? Can I get a quiz at least? Give me the results to see how well I did? Is there something that I can go buy at Barnes and Noble to prepare me for this? No, Chris, it's not the SAT. It's not an ASVAB. But now he's getting all nervous. And we're about to see the practice test because they're going to ask him a bunch of questions. Oh, lie about this, Chris. And he's like, okay. Yeah, the sky is yellow. And no matter what, even those little lies, very obvious, right? The sky's not yellow right now. Currently, it's blue. He still shows that those lies affect him so severely. And that's when Tammy's like, yeah, you're a terrible liar. I love it. Thank you for being such a terrible liar. Let's continue.
Right?
No.
Do you have a date that you're going back to work?
Not at the moment.
No. How long have you worked for Anadarko?
January 2015.
So,
About 3.5 years, almost.
yeah. Do you like it there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I worked for Covenant Testing Technologies before that.
What is
And
that for?
That's a contract company for oil and gas. And
Oh, okay.
before that, I worked for Ford for 11 years as a technician.
Oh my goodness. So does that translate into
No, well,
darker stuff?
it's mechanical. I mean, like, I like to fix things. And when I moved out here, I worked at Longmont Ford.
Okay.
And I moved up pretty fast there, but I hit that like kind of plateau that kind of just like I couldn't go, it got stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having this carpal tunnel syndrome in both my hands, and I mean it was bad. Like I was doing this like all day, you know, like it was bad.
Yeah.
So-
Do you still have that? I don't even know. Can you get rid of carpal tunnel?
Oh, I had carpal tunnel. It's really bad. Really, really bad. His carpal tunnel is what made him quit his dream job. He was a NASCAR mechanic. He went to school for that. He was so proud of buying his first tool set. It's the one thing that really makes Cindy proud of him. My son bought his first tool set. I'm so proud of Christopher. He's such a big boy. Except for Christopher, apparently, he quit his job because my carpal tunnel, my little wrist hurts. Oh, you see this? Very, very weak. And so instead, he decided he's going to find a job in the oil where he stands on his feet. He doesn't really use his wrists as much, except if he opened up the hatch to put his children in there, he's using his wrists. He's using his wrists for other things like Twister. I mean, imagine how many times he used his hands. And he's complaining about carpal tunnel. Oh, my carpal tunnel. Oh, it hurts. Do I get a disability paycheck in prison? Oh my goodness. I wonder if he's asking for some type of bandage or other type of, I don't know, any type of medication that makes his wrists feel better. Remember, he's in prison now and he's writing prayer books. So how's he writing? Like this? I mean, how else is he writing? Because his wrists apparently hurt him so much. Oh, my little wrists. My little wrists. Wow. Well, he is a spanner, to be fair. Yeah. Yes, he is. He was, right? He was. Carpal tunnel. Yeah, my dad he's 63, 65, something. He's in his mid 60s. He's been working, with tools his whole life. He definitely has tons of pain, but hey, he continues to do so. He continues to work. Well, of course, my dad has no choice, but, see, that's the thing is how old was Chris Watts when he decided, I don't want to work here anymore because of my wrists? He was what, in his late 20s? Late 20s. Lots of people do worse things. Of course, we don't really know all the things that he was doing, but here he is again complaining about his carpal tunnel. That's why I quit. Oh, please. He's doing license plates all day. Yes. See, that's affecting his carpal tunnel a lot, right? Cling, 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 cling. Maybe Chris Watts had pain med experience from the carpal tunnel. Yes. Chris Watts is forever in the gray bar motel. Yeah. Ronnie had to probably get back to, oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah, I forget the type of job that my dad has, but he's a government contractor, so he's built planes his whole life. He works for, I believe it's, one of those big contractors. And yeah, he builds planes, so he hammers away. I believe he's like a fitter or something. Yeah, he uses his wrists a lot. Yeah, what the heck do you think the Dead Sea Scrolls cost, Chris? Yes. Chris wants to buy his mistress to get the sea scrolls, and he is crying over he has no money due to Shanann. Of course, yes. He's blaming everybody except himself for not having money. Anyway, let's continue.
Like, it was just the onset of it. Like, it wasn't like full on, I need to have surgery type thing, but like now it's so much better. Like, it doesn't have the pain. Like, there's a lot of mechanical things you do in oil and gas, but it's not as repetitive as the car industry is.
So are you, and excuse my language, are you a worker bee or are you like a boss guy?
A little bit of both.
Okay. You're taking your hands dirty too?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'm a field coordinator right now for the area. We have 6 route operators and 2 rover operators. Okay. So that's what we kind of just over them right now, and we game plan. Like we look on the computer on our well summary screen and kind of go from there to see what kind of problems we might have throughout the day.
Sure. And
just kind of like, all right, this is what we need to do. You go here, there.
Okay.
Got everybody.
You go here, there. Look at how he's rambling. He's talking about the work that he does, and this is the most that he's talked up until now. Right? He's detailing what his day-to-day is like at work. I'm not defending him, but as someone with carpal tunnel syndrome, age has nothing to do with it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I totally agree. I think what I'm really trying to say here is that I don't believe him. I don't actually believe that the guy has carpal tunnel. Like, let's be for real. Chris Watts did not have carpal tunnel. He's a malingerer. In my last live stream, I mentioned malingering. Malingering is something that in the military you call everybody who doesn't want to do any work. And I get the impression that Chris Watts is a malingerer. He lied. I think he lied about having carpal tunnel. I think that he made it a story so that he can get out of being a mechanic because he just didn't want to do it anymore. I don't think that he was able to hack it. I don't think that he was able to deal with it. I think it was too hard for him. And so that's why he left it. But he needed an excuse to leave. And so, instead of letting his family know, right, his mom and his dad, who were so proud of their son. Oh, they went to NASCAR. My son went to NASCAR. He's a NASCAR tech, right? They were so proud of him that then rather than tell him or tell his parents, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Too hard. He told them, I have carpal tunnel. Again, I don't believe it. I really don't believe the guy had carpal tunnel. No, definitely not. But what do we think? Again, that's just my opinion. And I say that from just having a lot of experience with using my wrists and carpal tunnel syndrome myself. What do we think? I really don't think the guy had carpal tunnel. NASCAR did not want to hire Chris for any job. Nah, you can't believe anything he says. He's talking about work because it is the safe topic. Yes, exactly, Emily. Yep. Yes. Yes, leaving chat up. Oh yes, J Coverload. Yes, yes, yes. I got a lot of requests to take the chat down because it was too distracting. But the chat is up. If you are going to be watching the replay, the chat is up on the side. So when you watch it, you will be able to click the live replay, and you'll see exactly what you would be seeing on screen. But I don't know. I thought it was a bit redundant to have the chat on the screen and then the live chat going on, and it was a lot, but yeah. His wrist didn't hurt. He used it to snuff. Yeah. Exactly. Again, I really don't believe that his wrist really hurt. I think it was just an excuse. Chris Watts has lied his whole life. This is just one of those other things that he uses to make himself the victim. He is the victim in every single situation, and he needed to make himself the victim in this case as well. If he couldn't handle the work, or if he was not promotable, or whatever the reason may be, he found a way to leave it but not have to take responsibility for not wanting to do it. He needed to blame it on a medical issue, in my opinion. And again, zero evidence that this is true other than he used his wrists to kill his family and to do a bunch of other things in his life. Yeah, including working out. He worked out a lot. How was he able to lift all of that weight? Right? With carpal tunnel syndrome, if it's so severe that he couldn't work. Again, just my opinion. I think Shanann convinced him to leave mechanics because she saw more money for him in the oil work. Oh, yes. Yeah. Could be. Yes. Very, very true. Chris wanted to buy NK the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm rolling around the floor laughing. Yeah, just like Cindy, the victim. He just worked out his arms. Yeah, he was all arms, no legs. Maybe he was thinking about trading his tools for the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah, he could get some money. He was gonna pawn his tools and pawn the wedding ring so that he can afford to buy Nicole Kessinger her Dead Sea Scrolls. Oh, Christopher, take me to the Louvre. Yeah, take me to the Smithsonian. I want all of those ancient artifacts. And Chris is like, okay, just give me some time to save Nicole. And here we are. Now we're having him have to speak for his actions. Let's continue.
I was doing kind of middle part of the day, and everybody needs help, and try to get everybody checked out by like 3:30 or something like that.
Oh, that's nice. But you go to work pretty early.
Yeah, we start pretty early, like 6:30, somewhere around there. So.
That's super early.
Oh yeah, you have to get there early. You just never know what could happen. So.
That's true. That is true. So what? Do you have an ID on you, Chris, that I could see? So I have the biographical form has some like driver's license numbers and that kind of stuff. So I'll just keep this just for a second till I do the other form. Are you named after anyone?
No.
No.
My middle name, just my dad's middle name, but other than that, no.
Okay. If I mispronounce your wife's name, please like correct me. For some reason, it's so hard.
Just think of shenanigans.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I got it.
That's the way she tells people.
Does her family call her Shanann?
So the way they spelled it, it was like Shan-Ann, like with an apostrophe, but she just called it Shanann to kind of, she was named after Shanann.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, so.
Is it B-E-L-L-A?
For Bella, yes.
Okay.
He's definitely stumbling over his words. He's stumbling. What do we think? I think he's stumbling. Look at him. He's like, yeah, yeah, her name's Shanann. Yeah. And he is freaking out. He knows what he did to his family, and she's asking all about it, and he's freaking out.
And Celeste is C-E-L-E-S-T-E.
Perfect. All with the same last name,
yes.
Right? Okay. So, Chris, this is the advisement and rights form. This just says that Agent Tammy Lee says, I'm an agent with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, and I wish to talk to you about, obviously, the disappearance of Shanann. Sorry, C, Bella, and Celeste Watts, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and to have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. And you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of those rights? Were they read to you, Chris? So I'll just have you write, I guess, when we get to that. And then having those rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now and obviously go through with the polygraph? Okay, perfect. So what I want you to do is go ahead and answer both of those as yeses, if you still agree with that, and then sign and date that signature line, if you would.
You have the right to an attorney if you wish. I love that she added that in there. If you wish, so that Chris wouldn't be getting any ideas. Of course, he's not going to be getting any ideas with that tiny little brain of his, but he's just sitting here and going along with it. Yeah, let me sign. Let me get out of here. How many more hours? I told my friend Jeremy that I'm going to be here for maybe 2.5 hours, right? Is that the correct time? Yeah, is that the correct time on that clock? That very loud clock that makes me very nervous? Yeah. He is here now signing his life away, and he doesn't know it yet. He actually thought, I can't believe this guy. He actually thought he was going to get away with this. He's signing his rights away as we speak. Look at Chris pretending to read. Yes. What does this say? What is a FB? That's FBI, Chris. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know it yet. Let's continue.
Have you always been a Tar Heels fan?
Yes. 15?
It is, yeah. My son is like a huge Tar Heels fan, and I don't even know why he likes them, but maybe because of the Nugget stuck. I don't know.
Well, George Carl used to coach here too, and he was a Carolina guy.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you go to any, like, do the Nuggets play here in North Carolina?
Oh, no, North Carolina is at the college.
Oh, college. Oh, my gosh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting all my teams mixed up. You're right. Did you go to college then?
No, I wish I did.
You
That was
did?
nice.
Yeah. Well, where did you go to college?
I went to NASCAR Tech in North Carolina as well.
NASCAR is the name of it?
Man, it was a mechanical school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
It focused on regular automotive and then the NASCAR portion as well.
Oh, very cool. Did you learn a lot of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like kind of elite mechanical school scope?
It was part of the Universal Technical Institute. Like, it was part of their program, plus the NASCAR part, plus I went to the Ford, the FAC program there as well. So.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like Chris could have made a lot of money as a NASCAR tech if he was a good one. A NASCAR technician, those guys make a lot of money, right? Don't they make a lot of money as a NASCAR, especially if you're like part of the pit crew? And it would be exciting. Wouldn't it get his little brain to be doing something, right? Some stimulation other than, I don't know, whatever he does, Twister Time with Nicole Kessinger? Yeah. I wonder why he didn't want to pursue it, or maybe he just wasn't good at it. Because yeah, I can imagine definitely the oil field having, it's a good career field, but I also imagine NASCAR being very good, especially in terms of salary, right? Salary wise. I feel as though the girls met and Kay and Chris Watts started freaking out about them telling Sweater about Daddy's new friend. Do we have a poll? No, not yet. Not yet. He didn't know that'd be the last day he'd wear his favorite shirt. Yeah, he did not know. It is my last time wearing my UNC shirt. It's my favorite. I think my wife got it from Amazon. I don't know. He doesn't even know where the shirt came from, but it's his favorite. Let's continue.
Do you have any other nicknames or anything that people call you?
It's Chris.
Just Chris.
And some, like, just random ones at work. Just doesn't make any sense. So.
Like what?
Some call me, like, Rain Man, because, like, when I go to a site or something, like, if I do it once, I'll remember it. And it's just one of those things.
Like, do you remember, like, phone numbers and license plates? And
that stuff, I don't really pay attention to that stuff. That was, like, when I was really young, my grandma used to always quiz me on, like, state capitals, like, every day, and, like, when I was waiting for my sister to come out from middle school or stuff like that, she was always, like, just pinging stuff off my memory.
Really?
And it's just, like, everything, I think that's how it built.
Yeah.
For what it was and what it is.
No doubt. That was your grandma that did that?
Yeah.
So Chris is explaining that he has very, very good memory. He has very good memory, apparently. Too bad Nicole Kessinger doesn't have good memory, except for when it comes to the expiration dates of condoms and where they sat at the Lazy Dog and, all these other little things that didn't really matter. But she didn't remember the 111-minute phone call. Now, Chris didn't really remember a 111-minute phone call either, but he did say, oh, we had twister time over the phone for 111 minutes. Really? Come on. You're not going to have twister time for a whole 111 minutes, especially over the phone. So he also didn't remember. But Chris just admitted that he has a photographic memory. He remembers a lot of things, apparently. He remembers dates. He knows, oh, it was January 2015. Oh, it was actually on June whatever. But I don't know, did he remember when he met Nicole Kessinger? Did he remember how he met her? How many other things did he not remember? But he has a photographic memory. Yeah, very good memory indeed. Yeah, they call him Rain Man. Wonder if NK got him that shirt. If my wife and children were missing, I wouldn't be having fun talking with a detective. Exactly. Now remember, his family is missing, and look at his demeanor. He's more worried about what he's going to be doing. He's worried about the polygraph and what he has to go through, but he's still not worried about his family. Not once has he asked, hey, anything on my family? Any new details? Have you found the guy who did it? But he hasn't, because obviously he did it. Let's continue.
Yeah, my mom's mom.
Is she still alive?
No, she passed a few years ago.
Was she pretty old?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Lived a good life?
Yeah, she was.
Good. Were you close with your grandparents?
Yeah, I went over to her house every afternoon after school and helped her out.
Nice.
Being outside, stuff on the inside, and she always cooked me lunch, some German food, kernels and goulash, schnitzel, all kind of stuff like that.
My first husband was...
Did he just say she always cooked me food and then goes, yeah, made me snacks, baked for me, made me really, really good food, stuff like that? Yeah, he did. He just gave himself away. Throughout this entire interview and the entire interrogation, Chris Watts constantly gave himself away because of the way that he talks about his family. He's talking about Shanann in past tense, and he doesn't even realize it. He realized it when it was too late, and then tries to backtrack by going, yes. I miss all of her really good cooking. Yeah, that's because Nicole Kessinger only brought him cans of asparagus. You can't eat that, Chris. You're watching your macros, remember? Yeah. Everything that Chris ate, apparently, right? He only ate chicken, carrots, some cans of asparagus, and water droplets. That's all he had for dinner every single night because he was watching his figure. I'm watching my macros. How many chickens does a man like me need to eat, Nicole? Ugh. Let's continue.
German, so we had German sausage and rice all the time, and then just our German food is just amazing. Love it. So Shanann's legal name is hyphenated?
I've never seen it written that way, but
that's
the way her parents always said. That's how they did it.
Okay.
Shannon and apostrophe A-N-N.
Okay. It's easier to say it when I spell it out, but because you keep wanting to say Shannon, of course, but a lot of people call her Shannon.
Yeah, oh yeah. Her parents sometimes call her Shannon.
Have you talked to her parents at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are they being pretty decent and good? Are they coming here?
I'm not sure yet.
Who, like,
My dad's here.
Your dad's here. Is there any other family members of yours coming?
Not right now.
No.
Just my dad came out and just for support. He just got here this morning.
That's nice. What a nice dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his dad just got there for support. He just got here for support this morning. He just got here for support. Chris Watts says a lot of people are there for support. He only talks about himself. Every time he talks about being worried or concerned, it's mostly about himself. And every time that he talks about his family or his friends being around, he talks about what they are doing for him. Oh, they are here for my support. Notice that he doesn't say, oh, they are here so that they can help find my family. Oh, they are here because everyone is worried about Shanann and the girls. Oh, they're here because everybody wants to find my wife and my children. No. Everyone's here to have my back. Yeah, my daddy is here because I called him and I need his help. And he's having my back. He has my support. So self-centered. So self-centered. Let's continue.
Okay, so this is that consent that my bosses require, and this just says Agent Tammy Lee has advised me that she's investigating the matter of, obviously, the disappearance again of Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. I hereby say that to the best of my knowledge, I'm in good physical and mental health. I also state that no force, duress, or undue influence has been used against me, and that I am consenting to this polygraph interview on my own free will. I understand that the results of this process will be released to, obviously, the Frederick Police Department, the District Attorney's Office, and the FBI. It would be very silly for you to sit in here and take a polygraph if I couldn't release your result of hopefully passing to the people that need to know. Does that make sense to you? And it says, I hereby give my voluntary consent to undergo a polygraph interview, and I understand that this process is subject to both audio and video recording and monitoring, which we had already talked about, okay? So if you agree with that consent, you can just sign and date it. So where did you stay last night? Because I know that...
Nick and Amanda's house. Nick and Amanda there.
How do you know them?
So, Amanda used to be a director at Primrose School where Bella and Cece go, but then she transferred to another place, and Shanann was getting her on Thrive, and that's how they met.
Amanda's transferred to another Primrose?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, Shanann couldn't.
Yeah, he slipped up again. And notice now he's like, Shanann couldn't. Yeah, because he just said, yeah, Shanann was trying to get her on Thrive. Was past tense. He did catch himself when he was talking about the girls. Oh, yeah, they go to Primrose. But he slipped with Shanann. And now he's trying to reel it back. He messed up. So now he's like, what I meant to say is Shanann is trying to get her into Thrive, or, was in the past 2 years ago. He's going to try to fix it, but it's too late. It's too late. He has already messed up way too many times. He has already talked about his family in the past tense. He has already messed up so many times.
Like, talk to them about Thrive, the direct sales business. Like, while they're at, like, they weren't allowed to, like, talk, like, outside, like, if their child goes there, I don't know, something about the school rules or something like that. So once she left, she talked to her about Thrive and got her on Thrive, and then me and Nick started running together here and there, and that's how we met.
So is she like a, what do they call them, a downline from Shanann?
Yes.
Okay, so she's like one of the sellers that...
Yeah, like,
yeah. Okay. And I don't even understand Thrive. I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm even a chick, and I don't understand what all of that Thrive stuff is about.
It's vitamins and minerals, and it's all plant-based, non-GMO stuff. It's really healthy for you.
Yeah. Do you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 245 pounds when I started.
No way.
Yep.
How long ago was that?
2016.
Wow.
I've been doing it for a while.
Oh my gosh.
Tammy Lee should have asked Nicole Kassinger that question. How long ago was that? Nicole, tell me all about Chris's diet plan. Let's talk about it, shall we? Tell me, when did he start losing weight? When did his diet plan start? When was it? Yeah. She should have asked Nicole that question because Nicole Kassinger has all of the answers. She knows exactly how much Chris weighed at a certain date and how much he was trying to lose, what his goals were. I mean, everything regarding Chris's body and his fitness goals. Nicole Kassinger knew everything about it. Yeah, she should ask Nicole about it. She has all the details. She probably even wrote it down. She was his private physical trainer, right? Fitness trainer. And Chris loved it. He was loving it. But here we are. Now Chris is talking about his body formation. Oh, I used to weigh these many pounds and now look at me. Yeah. Don't drop the soap, Chris. Don't drop the soap.
So, I think the only thing I know about Thrive is like patches or something. Is that what that is?
Well, it's 3 steps. You have like vitamins. You have 2 capsules you take when you wake up, 2 pills,
Okay.
and then you take a shake with water and throw on a patch.
You have a patch on right now?
No.
Oh, I want to see what a patch looks like.
It's just like a little square piece that just kind of goes on your skin, and it's like it absorbs, like it opens like up your pores a little bit, and the vitamins kind of absorb like through your skin, like time release throughout the day.
Like, can you tell you feel better when you have the patch on?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very good. How much are patches?
Just the patches themselves.
Or are you supposed to do this in combination with all the other
The
stuff?
3 steps.
Oh, okay.
That's what I call it, the 3 steps. But like,
I feel like you could sell it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Tommy's girl. It's insane that he's talking about his weight loss journey as his family is missing. But I do love that it's part of the whole test, right? Tammy Lee is talking to him. They're, having this full-on conversation before the polygraph. And while it is part of the polygraph examination, writing and buttering him up and stuff, it can also be used against him because they're going to talk and talk and talk for 3 hours, and notice his demeanor does not change. He is still not worried about his family. So even though he's here taking a polygraph, he is still not showing any real concern. And she knows that. She's seeing, oh, really weird. I'm still talking to this guy about the polygraph and he's showing no concern. He's not crying, nothing. Zero emotion from Chris. Look, she's even, having jokes with him. She's joking. They're like, ha ha ha. Oh my God, really? That's great. Right? Just like they're buddies. And Chris is buying it. The potato head, the idiot. He's like, oh, she likes me. She likes me too, doesn't she? Yeah. Yeah, she likes you for prison. She likes you for that little cell that you're going to live in for the rest of your life. Let's continue.
I feel like you know enough about it. You can sell it.
She has me on the I signed up underneath her.
Oh, okay.
So like, I'm part of her team.
Oh, okay.
But she kind of runs that part of it because she knows like I'm not the type of seller. I'm not a seller.
Yeah.
I don't like.
You're not a salesman.
Yeah, like I would like say too much. She says about the product. Instead of like
sometimes it's not so great because of this, or
yeah, it's like I would just give out like too much information about the product instead of just having like them call her.
Do you sell it to any of the people that you work with?
There's one person that I work with that uses it.
Who is that?
Troy.
Troy?
Yeah, he
I
works.
think I heard that name, Troy McCoy or something. That's a funny name.
Yeah, we call him the real McCoy.
The real McCoy. And I was like, his parents like actually named him Troy McCoy. Super cute. So he works for you, is that right? Or
He works with me. He's the other field coordinator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a lot more experience than I do. He worked in Kansas before he came here.
Kind of shows you the ropes.
Yeah, he showed me a lot about different things, and I picked up a few things that he didn't know, and it's kind of like we worked together pretty well.
Nice. Is this the correct address for you?
Yeah, it should be that.
Talking about Troy McCoy. So Troy McCoy showed him the ropes. They are both leads, right? They were both leads at Anadarko at the time, and he's talking about Troy McCoy. We have been listening to Troy McCoy's interview with police just to see if anything pops up. And really, I don't know, at the point that we have watched the interview, I haven't really seen anything strange with Troy McCoy. The only thing that is a bit off and a little bit weird is how coincidental it was that Chris was there during the Fire Stick exchange and then learning about the Survey leak. So that still doesn't quite make sense to me, but I don't really think there's anything other than that is strange about Troy McCoy. But you guys let me know. Again, we haven't listened to the entire interview yet, so something might pop up. But here, Chris talking about Troy, you still notice kind of a little hesitation maybe. And yeah, someone in the chat mentioned his casual croak, right? The way he talks. He talks like this, right? Well, I'm just not really all that interested. Yeah, I got there at like 5:15 a.m. Just normal time. Yeah, that croak, like, oh, I'm a cool guy. This is just how I talk. Right? Again, we don't know. We don't know to the what extent Troy McCoy helped or, whether he knew what was going on, whether he was an innocent bystander. We don't know. But we still noticed some kind of little shift in Chris Watts. It wasn't all that noticeable, or it was definitely a bit more subtle than when he's talking about his kids, right? He's touching his head and doing all kinds of stuff. But here he just did the mouth thing. But he does that a lot. But he also lies a lot. Yeah, what do we think? Never been. Oh, okay. Where's Crown Point? People don't realize how psychotic he is. I had to leave for my kids for a week and was miserable. This is a nightmare situation for most parents. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If you leave, you don't have your kids for a few days, you're going to miss them. Of course. I miss my cats every time I leave for a few hours. I can't wait to get back home so that I can cuddle my cats. And this guy, he talks about, oh, I miss my children throwing chicken nuggets at me. Oh, I miss telling them to eat their dinner. He's talking about how much he misses them, but he doesn't show any emotion. Let's continue.
This is Troy married?
Yes.
Oh, yes. So do your families hang out at all?
A few times, yeah. His kids are older.
Oh, okay. Like how old are they?
Like 11, 10, 8, and 7.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere around there.
There's 4 kids?
Two of them.
Oh, okay. Like a blended family?
Yeah. I think he met her when she had 2 kids already.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's your Social Security number, Chris?
241
Okay.
67 3387.
And your cell phone?
910 309 1702.
And what's your date of birth?
5/16/85.
How old does that make you today?
33.
And where were you born at?
In Fayetteville, North Carolina.
How do you spell Fayetteville?
FAYETTEVILLE.
Do you say Fayetteville?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this says you're 225. Is that correct?
180.
Okay. Is that a lie on here?
What year was that?
No, it's 2014.
No, I was 225 then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gained some more weight.
What do you think made you gain weight then?
Celeste, pregnancy.
Oh, really?
I gained more weight than she did.
You're a sympathetic eater?
When I went and got her Oreos, I was you on the way upstairs. I'm not gonna lie. That happened a lot.
Now, can you do the Thrive stuff?
He thinks he's so funny. I gained more weight. Come on. He is not funny. But yeah, notice how Tammy Lee tried to trip him up. Is that what was going on here? She asked him, "Was that a lie?" And he's like, it looked like she was trying to trip him up very, very early on, which I love. This entire thing was a psychological mind games, and Chris just sat there and took it.
When you're pregnant? Is that safe for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all natural or whatever?
Okay. There's different variants of the patches that she can't use because some of it's for weight loss.
Oh, you don't want to lose weight while you're pregnant, right?
No, or it's more like for fat loss, and that's they recommend not using that type of patch.
Okay. So as far as growing up goes, and I'm actually done with that, so you can put that away, thank you so much. Who all was in your family? Who did you live with?
My mom and dad,
Okay.
my sister.
And your sister?
Yeah.
So just 2 kids?
Yes.
Okay, and what's your sister's name?
Jamie.
Have you, is Jamie coming, or have you talked to Jamie?
I've talked to Jamie and her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is Jamie?
So she'll be 40 this year.
Okay.
She's 39 right now.
Okay. So she's a little,
Yeah, she's 7 years older than me.
yeah. So you were at home by yourself for a little while, huh?
Yeah, we didn't really get close until I got like older because that was such a big age discrepancy. So.
So you get along with her well now,
Oh, yeah.
and her husband and stuff.
Yeah.
Do they have kids?
2.
2 kids?
Yeah.
How old are their kids?
10 and 7.
10 and 7. Do you get to see them very often? Or?
I just saw them like when I was in North Carolina.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Nice. When were you in North Carolina?
So it was the August 1st to the 7th.
Nice.
August 1st through the 7th. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the calendar real quick. So it was, yeah. So Chris took off to North Carolina at the end of July. Here, let's go ahead and make this calendar just a little bit smaller so you guys can see. Can you guys see that now? There we go. Yeah, so right here, so the 30th is when he flies to North Carolina and then comes back the 7th. Here it is. So yeah, he has that good memory, right? And he knows exactly when he left and when he came back. He knows. He was talking to the police about it, but notice that he's like, I don't know. She got here. We left, I think, Monday, maybe Tuesday, right? The way that he's talking to police, he's making it seem like he doesn't have a photographic memory. But here he's telling Tammy Lee exactly the dates. Yeah, like the 1st to the 7th. Yeah, he left the 30th, the 31st, and he was there for an entire week. No inclination with Chris's words. Yeah, he used the wrong word, but either way, he would want to, would want to be funny. Yes. You mean a lot to me, Christopher. Also, NK, see ya. Saving her ass, throwing him under the bus. Yeah. Everything about this. See, Nicole knew exactly what was going on, and she knew that she had the upper hand here because she was the one who was trying to make sure what the cops were saying. And right, allegedly she was the one guiding him through all of this. So she did have the upper hand. Of course, he was the main suspect from the beginning, and Nicole Kessinger was able to play that off to her advantage and her benefit. Let's continue.
And how far did you get in school?
So I graduated from high school and I got through the NASCAR tech program.
Nice. So you got a GED or an actual diploma?
So it's like a certificate, I guess. It's not really a diploma because it doesn't have like English, math, science there. It's just strictly like mechanical.
No, but through high school.
Oh yeah, I got a diploma.
You got a diploma?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So the schooling was strictly mechanical, no English, math, or science. That explains a lot. That explains a lot about Christopher Watts. That explains why he thought that he can buy Dead Sea Scrolls at the museum. Nikki, I want to buy you these, but they're sold out. Can you believe it? I should have called ahead of time and put them on hold. I didn't know that you could reserve them ahead of time. Except Nicole Kessinger tells him, Christopher, you can't buy Dead Sea Scrolls. Are you serious? Lulz, right? She even throws a Z in there because it's so ridiculous what Chris Watts said about Dead Sea Scrolls. He thought he can just buy them. And now we understand why. We understand it's because he went straight to a school with 0 science, 0 English, and 0 math. He just said it himself. He's like, yeah, I just didn't have any of that. I just straight mechanical. Straight mechanical. No wonder. Yeah, it explains a lot. He's as sharp as a bag of wet mice. Yeah, it's almost like a cat playing with a mouse. Yes. Yes. NK should have had a woman interrogate her. Oh, 100%. We talk about this all the time. I think the investigation would have gone a different way had a woman interrogated Nicole Kessinger, had Tammy Lee and Graham Coder interrogated Nicole Kessinger. Who knows? Maybe even the other investigator, Stacey Galbraith. Yeah, definitely just someone else, someone other than Kevin, someone other than Kevin Kovac. Yeah, you can tell the way he talks. Yeah, like a parrot. Yes. Yes, exactly. Aw, thanks, Eric Issa. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, let's continue.
And then you got I'm sorry,
Like a certificate from NASCAR Tech that I completed their programs. Like, I guess it can't be a degree without, you know, like English, math, and science and stuff like that.
Did you always know that that's what you wanted to do, was the car stuff?
It was, if I could go back, like, I'd probably just use that more of like a hobby. And maybe like dive more into the technology part of it, like, because we had like an Academy of Applied Technology when I was there, in the high school I was in. Maybe go into more of the computer programming part of it.
So are you like a pretty techie guy?
Not I'll say techie, but I understand like numbers and math a lot. Like that's like with working on these wells. There's a lot of programming, a lot of setting up these wells to make them run, and like using the numbers, the pressures to optimize the wells. Is something.
You already lost me. Like I do that job. No, I did not do that job.
That's why I helped Troy. Like he knows more of like the stuff that was like 10 years ago type of thing, and I know more about. I've kind of like grasped the more of the stuff that's happening right now.
Sure.
And that's how like we kind of like work together. He's like, if he has to work on a pumping unit, like, all right, I'll help.
You got this.
If I get working on like a normal well and setting it up, he's just like, here you go. Like I will just watch.
But does that translate into like my husband is a techie guy in our family, so like he sets up all our routers, like he.
Is Chris really trying to show off right now? Is he bragging? Yeah, I know all this stuff because I know the maths. I know how to add. I know a little bit of subtraction. Yeah, I know that 2 + 2 = 14. Is that what he's doing right now, right? The way he's talking? Yeah, you know, the buddy wants this. I tell him I can help you with that. I know how to count. He's bragging. He is bragging with the way that he's talking. He's just yapping away. He's yapping because this is the only thing that he feels comfortable talking about. It's a safe topic. It's a safe topic for him. He's not having to talk about the people that he just murdered, right? He's not having to talk about Shanann, Bella, Cece, or Nico. Notice he hasn't mentioned not once that his wife is pregnant. She's pregnant. And he doesn't care. He is still showing zero emotion. Oh, Eric Issa, thank you so much. I gotta go, Rocks. I'll rewatch the live tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I appreciate the super chat. Thanks for the $10. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, doing live streams at different times, it does affect, different times for certain people. But hey, I read all your comments and I do try my very best to have everybody join. And so I am still testing different times of the day to see what works for people. And yeah, just see if we can get more people to join these lives. Because yeah, I did, having them at 11 a.m., it does work for me, but I do understand the different time zones. And so I do want to give everybody the opportunity to join one of our live streams. But yeah, let me know. I mean, yeah, I do appreciate your feedback, guys. I do appreciate your feedback. So let me know. Let me know if these times are good, what's working, what's not. I do appreciate your feedback and I do listen. All right. I do read your comments. All right. I read. I take Nicole Kessinger's advice and I read. Let's continue.
Like when I get a new phone, he sets up my phone for me just because he has that brain that I don't have as far as being a techie person. So are you kind of that person in your family?
Yeah, I do that. I can do that kind of stuff. I can't like do code or anything like
right.
that. Right.
You're not writing computer code?
No, I can't. 0101. That's right. All that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay. Awesome. So in your job now, like what is your title
So I'm a field coordinator.
Field coordinator, okay. And you've done that for 3.5 years or whatever?
So I was an operator. Just like, well, it's the same. Like you're an operator. You're operating oil and gas locations. Just a little different. I was an operator, and then I was an operator, but / rover. Like I would be going around helping people. And now I went up to field coordinator. It's like now I just kind of like tell people like this is where we need to go, and like we need help. Let's go there.
So when did you actually get promoted to that?
When one of our other field coordinators, he went to a different group, the HG Ops group, and our other field coordinator had to go down to Texas to help. So me and Troy got elevated up. So that's what happened.
Okay.
We were just kind of backfilling. We didn't know like if it was permanent or not.
Wow, he was promoted. He was promoted because he was kind of backfilling. Yeah, he was promoted to boss man. I'm the boss now, is what he's saying. Got promoted. I used to be a rover or a coordinator. Now I'm a field coordinator. Or was it vice versa? No, yeah, he was a rover and now he's a field coordinator. So now he's in charge of people. He's a lead. He was in charge of, what was the other guy, not Troy McCoy? What's the name of the other coworker that interviewed with police? Yeah, he was out leading people, and he loves talking about it. He loves talking about himself. Again, zero concern for his family. He still hasn't asked, "Hey, do you have any more details on my wife? Is there anything new?" He's been sitting here for how many hours now? Right? It's been a few minutes, maybe half an hour, and he still hasn't asked a single question about his family. And again, he's here because he's trying to prove his innocence, but the best way to prove it is to show some concern, guy. Show some concern, something. A tear, squeeze it out. Poke your eye a little bit. Maybe start plucking some of the fur from the side, start poking your eye with it to make yourself cry. Something, right? Do something other than just sitting there talking about yourself. Of course, this is all part of the plan, though. This is part of the plan, and I love it. I love this dynamic that is happening here with Tammy Lee using him, right? She is playing with him, as someone said in the chat, like a cat playing with a mouse. Love it. Let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out to be permanent. So
wow, that's awesome. So tell me about, kind of give me a synopsis of your childhood, like what your parents did for a living,
My dad was a parts manager for a Ford dealership.
Okay.
It's kind of where the cars things came
Right,
from.
see it.
And my mom, she was like a secretary and notary for used car dealerships.
Oh, okay.
So she
You're not born into it.
She sold the cars too, but like she was more of a secretary and notary, and she bounced around a couple different used car dealerships. My dad stayed at the same one, changed the name a little bit, changed names. Then he went to like a different one, but it was the same. He did the same thing, and he did like parts manager and body shop manager,
Okay.
and that's where he's still at now.
So how would you say you grew up as far as your family structure? Were you guys religious? Was there a lot of discipline in the home? Or who was the disciplinarian in the home growing
So
up?
we went to church, I would say not like every Sunday, but pretty regularly,
And what church did you guys go
It
to?
was like First Baptist Church.
Okay.
And I mean, discipline, I was the quiet kid. I was I just kind of followed it. I mean, my sister was the rebellious one that always,
You're like, I'm a good one.
It's like I never, and my sister was the one that got the most of she was the one that showed me, that's what I don't want to do.
Right.
Oh, I'm so shy. Aw. He's parroting what Cindy says about him. Oh, he's so shy. He didn't even rebel. Yeah, it was Jamie who rebelled. She was the rambunctious one. Yeah. Again, he is talking about himself. He is creating the image for himself. Now, the thing with Chris Watts is that he was banking on believing that people would think he was a great father and a great husband because of what social media showed. He was really hoping that Facebook and his friends and his family would have his back. Oh, that is my character statement right there. These are my character witnesses. Just look at Facebook. That is what he was hoping that he would be getting away with it for, right? Because of the way that he carried himself on social media or the way that he displayed himself in front of his people. But that's what psychopaths do. He was wearing a mask the entire time. He wasn't an actual caring and loving father at all. He was just doing what he was supposed to do. What people asked him to do, what Shanann was asking him to do, what society requested of him, right? What society expects of him as a father and as a husband. But again, he was crazy the whole time. What kind of normal person decides that a mistress that they just met 6 weeks prior is more important than your family and that you should just get rid of everybody? Just make them disappear. Whatever. I don't have to get divorced. I don't have to do any of that. Let me just disappear them, pretend like they never existed. That's crazy talk. That is so crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But that's not what he wants to display. He wants to let everybody know, "Oh, I'm so quiet ever since I was little. I'm so quiet. I would never hurt a fly, believe me, because I'm so quiet and introverted." Yeah, it's probably the quiet and introverted ones that you should be more worried about. Of course, that doesn't apply to everybody generally, but with Chris Watts, this guy was hiding himself in the bathroom while his mom was knocking. "Christopher, are you okay?" And she would let him just pray and pray. Who knows why he was praying? Again, he is talking about how they went to church, so he's talking about his upbringing, and it does sound like he grew up pretty repressed. But again, none of those are reasons for killing your entire family. Let's continue.
I wake up to my mom and sister pretty much arguing every morning. That's all I went, okay. They're like, "I don't want to wear this, I want to wear that." I'm like, okay.
And you're like, Mom, what do you want me to wear? I'll wear whatever you want.
I just go, "Well, I didn't do it, somewhere today."
Right.
Kind of thing. But yeah, like, my dad, he was a disciplinarian.
He was?
Yeah.
What kind of discipline did you guys have in the home?
Just, it wasn't like physical or anything like that. It was just, just verbal, like, this is what you need to do. And just follow that. Like, if my dad ever raised his voice, I knew that was my work phone, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Whoa, forgot about that.
Oh, that was his work phone. I wonder who was texting him at this time. I do wonder. What time is this? All right, so at the very top, you guys can't see it because my face is covering it, but here, let's go ahead and move it over. Oh, you guys still can't see it. All right, here, let's go ahead and move this over then. Just to see the time right there. It is August 15th, and the time is 11:29. It's what it's showing here. I wonder if that's the right time. Is that the correct time? Is that the actual time that this interview was going on? Because I don't know, every time that Chris's phone goes off, I like to compare it with whatever Nicole Kessinger was doing. Just because, right? I really just want to know. I wonder what she was doing at the time that Chris was receiving calls and text messages. So let's go ahead and look. This was on the 15th, and it was around, what time was it again? 11 something, right? So around 11:38 is what it looks like. It's a little blurry here, but at 11:38, there's this number here. She's in Thornton at the time, calling someone in Denver for 6 minutes. And then, yeah, look at that. She's in Westminster, and then she's in Wheat Ridge. That's because this is the same time it looks like she is talking to the police. It looks like this is the same time that she's talking to the police. Let's go ahead and look at our calendar. I haven't filled out the calendar fully yet, so we'll definitely have to fill this out. But let's go ahead and see what is actually happening on the day of with Nicole Kessinger and her calendar. Right here, see? 11:38. Nicole Kessinger calls Frederick Police Department. The time on this was 11:29. So she's about to call Frederick Police Department. Then NK calls Frederick Police Department. She calls the FBI, or FBI calls Nicole Kessinger. And then Daddy Dwayne calls Nicole Kessinger, right? So everything is starting to fall apart for Chris Watts, and we are seeing the activities that Nicole Kessinger is doing at the same time. We are watching him in the polygraph exam, and we're also seeing the activities of Nicole Kessinger. She is getting ready to throw this man under the bus like a frisbee. Wheem. Yeah, she does not care. She only cares about saving herself. Very, very funny. I love to see this. I love to pull this up just because we know, right? Now we know years later what was going on and the timeline. But what's funny is that Chris Watts has no idea. He has no clue. He is sitting here thinking he's going to get out and have dinner with Nicole Kessinger later on. Who knows? Who knows? He's like, yeah, you want to go to the other lazy dog, the one that we went to the first time? We can go anywhere you want, Nicole. I'm almost out of here. Just another 5 hours. No, Chris, another 5 million years, maybe. More like it. Yes, he will be wearing a chocolate bikini. Yes. Oh, thanks, VW Beep. Oh, thank you for the flowers. Thank you so much. Yes, Chris has a matching brown Speedo. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? I don't want to think about that. Glasses on, he's trying to look less potato-y. Let me put my glasses on. Cover the potato head. Yes. Could be his mommy. Yeah, he talks about work, but nothing about him and NK. Yeah, he talks a lot about other things, but nothing about Nicole Kessinger. Of course, he's not going to mention her up until the police let him know. We know that you have a mistress. What? How did you know? Hello, you gave your phone away. God. Let's continue.
Doing kind of now. I'm not in the middle of the text. No, you're good. You're good. I have 2 phones too, and it's hard to keep track of them. So.
Yeah, my work phone's are. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah. Okay, so you said your dad was a disciplinarian, but he just.
I mean, it was verbal, like, cause like if the erase voice, I knew something was like okay, that's okay. I'm good there. Like,
right. Did anyone struggle with like drug or alcohol abuse or anything like that in your family?
No, I mean.
I really do wonder if it was Nicole Kessinger that texted him on his work phone. I really do wonder. Just because of the time, it is kind of strange. And again, I don't know. It could have been somebody else. And we will look at his phone records for work. But I don't know. I do wonder just because of the time, right? I mean, she did start calling Frederick PD before, but I don't know. I don't know. It was weird the way that he reacted when he saw that text message come in. Aw, Smart Survival, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Aw, thank you. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for the $10. You're very entertaining, Rocks. Leaving you this for coffee. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do need the coffee. I really do need my caffeine. Don't we all, right? I need it every morning. I look out the window and I'm like, let me get my day started by looking at some more Chris Watts' potato head. Yeah, that is what we do. Let's continue.
My dad did at one point, but it was like after I left, like after I graduated and everything, and I just like, cause my sister, she would leave and she'd come back, leave and come back, leave and come back. She never like
runaway kind of thing?
Oh, like she would move, like she went to East Carolina, then that didn't work out, so she came back home. She moved to a different place, and that didn't work out. She came back home type thing. And like when I left, I was on my own, and I was like self-sufficient, and I never came back. And I think that hit him pretty hard.
Because they expected you to come back, do you think?
Oh, he was used to me being around. Like he's my hero, he's my best friend.
Your dad is?
Yeah. Yeah. So like that's where I think that kind of hurt him a little bit, because like once I left, I didn't move back.
So tell me, so you're talking about for college, like as soon as you graduated, you moved out? So is NASCAR?
He's my hero. He's my best friend, says Chris about his dad. So he's talking about his family dynamic, and he's talking about Ronnie feeling hurt because Chris Watts took off. Very, very interesting, right? This family dynamic. I can definitely relate. I will say I can relate in terms of, just the way that my mom felt, right? The same way. Although I don't really know, I don't get the sense that Ronnie wanted control in the same way that my own mother wanted to have control over her own children. So it's not really the same, but I can definitely relate on just like the feeling of, guilt because you went away and you left your family behind. And that's what it sounds like here. You guys let me know, but to me it sounds like Ronnie may have been um having feelings of abandonment, or maybe he just felt like he didn't want his son to go away that far. What's going on here? I think it's really, really interesting, and I do wanna talk about just the way that he's talking about his family, because it's very important to look into this too, right? And he talks about his family a lot in other interviews as well, and he talks to his family directly from prison, but I do like to hear him talk to Tammy Lee about it because of the way that he's talking about it. I mean, this is the first time that he talks about his family dynamic to anybody, and it was filmed, right? It was recorded for police, and it may have, if it had gone to trial, it may have been brought up during court, right? During the trial to, who knows, maybe even prosecute or defend him because of his upbringing. So I do find it very important that we discuss this. I mean, what do you guys think? Because, right, we know that the family of Chris Watts had some resentment towards Shanann, and that their dynamic and the way that they viewed Shanann, it did affect their marriage. It affected their relationship. It affected everything. I mean, we knew that Shanann was struggling while she was in North Carolina because she was having all kinds of issues with Chris Watts's parents. Nutgate situation happened, and she wasn't being supported by her husband, right? And we're hearing it right now. He's talking about Ronnie being his his hero. He always says, "Oh, he's my hero." It's very, very crazy, this dynamic. Or actually, it's not really all that crazy. It's quite common, at least in my opinion and in my experience. Protecting his family. Yeah, Andrea, yeah. Yes, guilt for leaving, losing control, not what's best for his child. Yes, exactly, Julia. Yeah, thank you for that. Yes. I need my liar fix for the day. I wonder if he's still protecting Nicole. Why doesn't he have a picture in her cell? And a father with Ronnie at the time when I was young. I wanted to live with my uncle, my dad's brother in Darwin, and my dad was upset when he wanted me to stay as we were close. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Tanya. And yes, I mean, again, right? When your child is leaving for the first time, you're seeing them leave, you might not see them as much anymore, you might not spend as much time with them, and so, yeah, I can definitely understand how that can be hard. Totally. And then Chris, right? The way that Chris is explaining it is also interesting in that he's talking about what his father felt, right? What his dad felt about his absence, but we haven't really heard what Chris thinks about his dad other than he's my hero, he's my best friend. But what else? Is there anything else other than he's my hero, he's my best friend, and we like NASCAR together because the cars go vroom, vroom? There isn't much emotion tied to his statements. Oh, thank you so much, BW Beep. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. 5 Rabbit Hole Rocks memberships. Thank you so, so much. Let's go ahead and celebrate that, guys. Chris doesn't have a soul. Chris doesn't have soul. Chris doesn't have a soul. Chris doesn't have a soul. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to members. Thank you so much, VW Beep. I appreciate it. Appreciate you so much. You got to remember Chris tuned out way before Shanann went to the East Coast. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He was tuned out. Let's go ahead and pull up the calendar. Let's see when he started to tune out. The exact time. I think we can even pinpoint it right here. This is when he started to tune out for sure. We have the evidence because we have the communication, right? The conversation in the work email between them, and they were already flirting. Around this time, Chris was already checking out of the relationship. Tiger, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, why isn't it? Oh, there we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for $5. Let's celebrate. Chris doesn't have a soul. Chris doesn't have a soul. Just adding all kinds of songs here. See, this is what happens when you have severe ADHD. Anything is a song. Yes. And that's how I edit my videos. Everything is because of the help of my ADHD. It's all in here. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes. But yeah, very, very interesting the way that he's talking about his family. I do like to hear about the family dynamic. I find it interesting. I find interesting as awful as it is and as hard as it is to read what Cindy Watts wrote in her book. It still gives us a glimpse into what she believed, right? What she felt and what she thought about Shanann and her golden boy. And it gives us insight into how she treated Shanann and how that family dynamic went. So, yes. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and stop it here. He's getting into the family dynamics, and we're going to continue. We're going to be doing this series. All right. This one, very, very excited to finish this one with you all because there is so much packed into this video. And yes, it has been done so many times. We have watched it so many times on so many channels, but we're still going to watch it here because we watch everything here. We are on Watts Island here on this channel, Rabbit Hole Rocks. So if you are stuck on Watts Island and you want to go through everything, all of the discovery, all of the footage, and you want to go through and look at the timeline, go ahead and follow this channel. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Yeah, guys, thank you all so much for joining today's live stream. It was definitely a little bit later, but yeah, give me all of your feedback. Let me know if you like this time and what else we can do to to make these live streams fun for everybody to join. Tomorrow will be our next live stream. What's today? Today's Monday. So yeah, tomorrow at 11 a.m. So tomorrow we will have our Tuesday 11 a.m. live stream. And then also be on the lookout for a video. We will have a video on Wednesday for Nicole Kessinger. It is Nicole Kessinger's second interview with Kevin Kobach. We finished it. Y'all. Let's celebrate that. Let's go ahead and celebrate that we finished Nicole Kessinger's second interview with Kevin Kobach. Woo! Celebrate. Yes. We finished the first interview and now the second one. So we will have that video out on Wednesday for everybody to watch. So yeah. Thank you all so much again. Thank you to my moderators. Special thanks to my members, and thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to all. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, go ahead and give this video a like and share, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Bye guys. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.